How's everybody doing? Doing okay? Great. I'm so excited to be here. Although when Ken first asked me to be a part of this project, I went, what? Pure what wealth? The more I got involved in the project, got excited, and last night at Judy's, by the way, Judy's crazy. Wait till you meet this woman. Nothing like what I imagined. We had a blast last night. She finally kicked me out of her house. And I'm excited to hear about what the other authors have to say. Because let's face it, we are all here today to do what? To learn. Because we all want to be happier, don't we? The question is, what we're doing, is that making us happier? Is it making us happier, and is it making us healthier? And it's like my chapter in the book is, our health is real wealth. So the questions for me as I started pursuing wellness years ago when I became an endowed professor, I wanted to answer the questions, what is healthy? Because we're being sold a lot of things today, aren't we? People want us to buy this and that and all. What is healthy? You know, what is healthy? What is unhealthy? And what can we do about it? Because after practicing medicine for 30 years, unfortunately, I'm seeing people become progressively unhealthier and unhappier. Here's just a few facts that I have access to because of what I do as a professor and as a physician, as a researcher. 30 years ago, when I graduated, 30 plus years ago when I graduated from medical school, 1 in 10 of my patients were obese. Today, 1 in 3 are obese. We have an obesity epidemic because of our culture. And today, there's all sorts of pain syndromes that are out there. And so many women are on pain medications. The Center for Disease Control announced last year that we have a prescription painkiller epidemic among women, with almost 1 million emergency room visits every year from drug use and misuse. And not only that, we have patients on multiple medications for anxiety, depression, insomnia, attention deficit. And are these medications always the answer to our problems? Well, apparently not, because last year the CDC did announce that we've got a 30% increase in suicide in middle-aged people 35 to 64. An increase in suicide. In fact, today there are more deaths from suicide than motor vehicle accidents. And unfortunately, these are all facts. These are all facts. And just last month, the Center for Disease Control announced that of the 2.5 million deaths that occur every year in the United States, 2.5 million people die in the United States every year, hundreds of thousands of those deaths are preventable. Hundreds of thousands are preventable before the age of 80 with our lifestyle. Because there's a lot of things that are killing us today in our lifestyle. Dietary indiscretion, our food is unhealthy. We're not moving, we have a sedentary lifestyle. The only muscles we're moving are these 2 thumbs. A lot of times, right? Yeah, all of us are guilty of this. Substance abuse, drinking too much alcohol. There's increasing alcohol problems in women. Still 18-19% of the population is still smoking, and other drug use. And stress. We've got so much stress in our life that we are creating. We're creating the stress. And we're also dying from accidents. We're not being careful. We're thinking we can multitask, and we shouldn't be doing that. So we've got hundreds of thousands of preventable deaths. So when I started pursuing wellness, it wasn't just about my patients. It was about me. I wanted to be healthier and happier. I wanted to have a happier life. I wanted to have a happier marriage, and I'm happy that my husband is here today with me, because we are pursuing this path together. And over the years, as we put on wellness conferences and everything, I came up with 11 essential elements that he and I are working on, and maybe they'll help you. So what are these 11 things that I think can help us be healthier and happier? Number 1, normal numbers now. If you can't quote me your LDL cholesterol, your HDL cholesterol, your triglycerides, if you don't know exactly what your blood pressure is, you need to find them, and you need to get them in the normal range. Number 2, critique caloric consumption. In other words, quit consuming crap. Our foods are full of fats, sugar, salt, and preservatives you and I cannot even pronounce. We have unhealthy food today. Number 3, make movement mandatory. Make movement mandatory. We have such a sedentary lifestyle today, and it's been proven. An active life with some exercise in it, that decreases death, disability, depression, even dementia. We need to be moving and following the physical activity guidelines. Okay? So number 4, address adverse addictions, halt harmful habits. None of us are that perfect version that we're capable of being. All of us are doing things that aren't serving us or humanity well. And we need to find out what that is. Maybe we're workaholics. Maybe we're overspending. Maybe it's gambling. Maybe it's pornography. Whatever it is, we all need to search and go, what is it that I need to do to get to that next level of health and happiness by halting harmful habits? And we can all say, okay, maybe I can work on all those top 4, and that would be good if we did, but we all have this thing called excuses. And what's the number 1 excuse I hear from my patients and even from me? I don't have enough time. And the second one is, I don't have enough money. That's why essential element number 5 is we need to be meticulously managing our money in minutes. Because there's one thing that we all have today, and that's 1,440 minutes. What are we doing with those minutes? I submit to you, by being here today, that was good. Because we're going to try to get to that next level of health and happiness together, managing money in minutes. But the truth is, we spend an enormous amount of money in minutes consumed with superficial appearance and seeking entertainment, thinking that that is going to buy us happiness. Thinking it's going to buy us happiness. And believe me, as a gynecologist, I get to see what women do to all parts of their bodies. All right? And it's different than what was happening 20, 30 years ago. And if all of this stuff was making them healthier and happy, I'd be for it. So we need to question what we're doing. We need to question what we're doing. So just meticulously managing money in minutes. Because if we do that, we're going to be able to do number 6 a lot better, which is graciously give our gifts. That is an essential element to our health and happiness, using our time, our talents, and our treasures that we've been blessed with to help others. And Winston Churchill said it best. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. By what we give. And if we do number 6 really well, then we really need to work on number 7. An essential element to health and happiness is forgive. We need to forgive our family, our friends, our foes. But who's the most difficult person for us to forgive? Ourselves. Because we do things that we wish we hadn't done. You know, we're not perfect, so let's get over it. Let's forgive ourselves. Everything negative I have done in my life, said in my life, I can turn into something good. I can turn into something good, and I can realize and forgive people when they do those things. So forgiveness, no matter what the issue in your life, no matter what the issue, forgive. One of my goals in life is to dump all grievances. Because I'm going to be healthier and happier. Do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. I want to do it for myself. So how are we going to be able to give and forgive? We can do that if we're doing number 8, passionately pursuing purpose and priorities. If I truly know why I was created, what my purpose in life, what my talents are, and I'm pursuing that, I don't see all this other noise and stuff out there that wants me to do this, buy this, whatever, because I know what I should be doing. So who are you? What is your purpose in life? Passionately pursue purpose and priorities. Define who you are. Who is Patsy Sulak? I'm a loving, energetic force guided by God to lift others. Who are you? Find your purpose. Because if you do that, you're going to be able to do number 9, stifle stress, sever suffering. Now, nobody here ever gets stressed out, do they? This stress is culture created. My parents never said the word stress. My in-laws, my grandparents, our culture is creating this. It's almost like if you're not stressed out, what is your problem? We need to tell that to take a hike. Stifle stress, sever suffering. And how are we going to do that? By doing number 10, pausing, pondering, planning, praying. Whatever you call it in your world. I call it RPM, reflection, prayer, and meditation. And number 10 is the toughest of the 11 things for me to do because I think I'm so busy, I don't have time for that. Yeah, right, Patsy. I need to stop, turn everything off, and just be with myself and go, what is my purpose in life? What's going well? What do I need to change? Who do I need to lift up today? And I need to turn everything off and do that every day and not think that I'm so important that I don't have time to do it. And how am I going to do number 1 through 10? By doing number 11, seeking and securing support. Who's on your team? I want a lot of people on my team. I want a lot of you ladies on my team. There's Connie, she's on my team. Yeah, my neighbor. Yeah. And Connie came here today for us all to get together. I'm learning and I'm meeting so many people. I want Judy on my team. I definitely want Judy on my team. I want a lot of people on my team because I want them to lift me up and help me to get to that next level of health and happiness so that I can help other people. And I want a bunch of people on my team. One of the best things I did last year was I joined Altrusa International of Temple. There's a couple of Dallas branches here. Phenomenal group of women doing wonderful volunteer things for people locally around the world. And not only that, we are there for each other. When something happens, they're on your doorstep. I have 50 new girlfriends, best friends. They are awesome. So who's on your team seeking secure support? 11 things that we can do.